Hello, this is Marcia Schneider with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. We are here today to talk with candidates running in the May 19th, 2026 primary election. We are grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the Weiss Foundation, the Sarah Fruing Foundation, and members of the League of Women Voters of Portland and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me is Anit Jindal running for Oregon Circuit Court, 4th District, Position 2. Welcome, Mr. Jindal.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly. So I'm going to ask you these questions. Let's see. Please tell us a little about yourself and why you are running for the office of Judge of the Circuit Court.
Thank you. I'm a father, Portlander, and an attorney. For over a decade, I've represented clients in high-stakes disputes that often hold statewide or national significance. I think there are three characteristics that make me best suited to be the next judge in this position. First, I have the diversity of experience necessary to be impartial. In my practice, I represent plaintiffs and defendants, cities and states, companies and individuals. I will not approach cases with one mindset or another, but with an open mindset. Second, I have a demonstrated commitment to access to justice. I am the vice president of the Multnomah Bar Foundation. That organization provides free drop-in childcare for children attending court, so that lack of childcare is not a barrier to someone making their court date. I am also a recent past board member of the St. Andrew Legal Clinic. That organization provides low-cost family law services to people in need. Third, my work has touched on some of the most important legal issues facing our community and even our country. I was proud to be part of the team that defended Measure 114 in state and federal court. That law was designed to reduce gun violence and save lives by limiting magazine capacity and creating permit requirements for firearm purchases. In court, our team demonstrated that the law was consistent with the Second Amendment. I've also represented states and cities in environmental litigation against alleged polluters. Later this week, I will be presenting at the Oregon State Bar on Oregon's Sanctuary Promise Act, which limits local officials' participation in federal immigration activities. I am ready to tackle the most pressing issues facing our state's busiest trial court on day one.
Thank you. So reminding you, you are listening to the Video Voters Guide interview and podcast of Anit Jindal running for Oregon Circuit Court, 4th District, Position 2. So let's see. Do you have any preference in assignment within the court if elected? And if so, what would it be and why?
Thank you. In my practice, I do not focus on representing just one side or one type of case. I represent plaintiffs and defendants, individuals, governments, businesses. And this month, just as an example, I'm representing an individual in litigation over a family trust, an aerospace company in a dispute about trade secrets, and 2 Oregon cities suing the federal government over the way it operated a dam. I'll be ready to take on any case assigned to me, and I will give each case the attention and care that I know that it deserves. That said, my practical experience with complex civil disputes is really what sets me apart. In recent years, our local bench has lost many judges with that kind of experience to retirement or other judicial appointments. I think I'm uniquely qualified to help fill that void on the Multnomah County Circuit Court when it comes to handling complex civil suits.
Thank you. And what, if any, role can a circuit court judge play in the treatment of immigrants in our communities?
Thank you. I believe that the court system should be safe and open to all of our neighbors, not just some of them. Oregon law prevents Oregon courts from inquiring into a defendant's immigration status in criminal proceedings. Oregon was the first state in the country to enact a statewide sanctuary law that limits public officials, including court officials, from assisting in federal immigration enforcement, except in very specific circumstances. as judges, these safeguards will be applicable to me, and I'll work to ensure that litigants before me, including immigrants, are not unduly discriminated against. I want to say that this is an issue that's deeply personal for me. I'm the son of immigrants, and I believe that courts should be be a welcoming environment for all people of all backgrounds.
Thank you. What, if any, impact would a party's known status as a homeless person have on cases that come before you?
Again, I believe that all individuals with business before the court should be treated fairly, including those of limited means or those with difficult housing situations. As a judge, I would strive to ensure that no one has their access to courts disrupted due to their housing situation. That said, a lack of stable housing can pose administrative problems just from a case management perspective. If an individual doesn't have a stable address, it can be difficult to notify them of important court dates. But as a judge, I will work to ensure that we overcome those barriers so that courts are accessible to everyone with business before the courts.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jindal. This concludes our video voters guide and podcast interview of the League of Women Voters of Portland of Anit Jindal, running for Oregon Circuit Court, 4th District, Position 2. Election Day is Tuesday, May 19th. To find additional election resources, including online identifications of other candidates and ballot measures on which you may be able to vote, please visit the League of Women Voters of Portland's website, lwvpdx.org, and vote411.org, and then exercise your right to vote. Ballots will be mailed out starting on April 30th. For your vote to be eligible to be counted, your ballot must be received by the Multnomah County Elections Division or in one of the designated ballot drop boxes in Multnomah County no later than 8 p.m. on Election Day. We strongly recommend that if you are depositing your ballot with the United States Postal Service, you do so no later than Tuesday, May 12th, 1 week before Election Day. Your voice and your vote matter. Thank you for your interest.